interview with bassist Brian Wheat. More info at fullandbloom.com. Subscribe to our channel if you'd like to be notified as new interviews and excerpts are uploaded. So you have the new book out, Son of a Milkman, My Crazy Life with Tesla. I read the book, and just like many Tesla albums, all killer, no filler. It really is great from start to finish.
Oh, well, thank you.
Now, in the book, you talk quite openly about the band's drug use, including your own. But is that something that you clear with the band first?
Yeah. I mean, they knew. They were okay with it, yeah.
Did they read the book beforehand? Do you do anything like that where you let them check things out first?
No, none of them read the book beforehand. I told them I was putting it out, and Jeff Keith told me, write whatever you want. It's all true.
Is there anything that you learned about yourself from doing that book?
Not really. I mean, I wouldn't say I learned anything, from the thing I learned was I didn't realize there was so much time and stuff had gone by until I put it all down and I seen it kind of in a chronological timeline. Well, wow, a lot of stuff there. But I wouldn't say I learned anything about myself that I didn't already know.
Was there anything that you forgot kind of about the band and some of the experiences and they came to you later?
One thing is I thought it was me and Jeff with Chrissy Hine when she was trying to help us with the name for the band. And it was Troy Lucchetta. It wasn't Jeff Keith. So I got that wrong. Yeah, Troy pointed that out to me.
I know you guys were signed as City Kid and then changed the band name in the process while you're signed?
Yeah.
And just shortly before the album came out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, our manager, Cliff Burnstein, suggested the name Tesla to us.
And you guys didn't know who he was at the time, right?
No. Like I say in the book, never in 1,000 years we would have picked that name.
And is that something that you studied through the years? Did you study Nikola Tesla? Have you read up on him?
No, that's what I just said.
Through the years, though, after you choose the name.
Oh yeah. We've all found out about him, and Troy probably the most. He knows the most about Tesla than anybody in the band. I mean, he really got pretty active in the Tesla campaign.
And then, of course, Elon Musk has even taken the name further. Have you guys, I know you said something to where you sent him some T-shirts or something like that, but have you guys had any contact with him up to this point?
No, I sent him some shirts and he sent some shirts back, and that was the extent of it.
Anybody in the band own a Tesla?
No one owns a Tesla.
And so how's the book doing?
It's doing well. It's doing real well. Reviews are really good on it. It's selling well. I'm very pleased.
Now, you guys were managed by probably the most famous management team in history, Cliff Burnstein and Peter Mensch. What makes them so special as a team?
Well, they're just the best. I mean, they're just super smart, and they've been doing it a long time now. They're regarded probably to be the best guys out there.
What does each one bring to the table? What's the differences between the two? Obviously, there's something, right?
Oh, they're very different in their approach. I mean, Cliff is more the music guy, and Peter's more the kind of live production show kind of guy. They're kind of like, a good cop and a bad cop.
Which one's the good cop?
Burnstein.
And any examples? There's somebody talking in the background.
Oh, hey, I'm doing an interview in here. Can you shut that door?
Appreciate that.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Oh, that's fine. Are there any examples you can give or any kind of good story between the two, or a good example of one being good cop, one being bad?
I can't really remember, to be quite honest with you. It's been so long. It was 25 years ago. They're just really good. And, I'm glad we had them. They were great.
Yeah. And so, in addition to the two managers, you guys also kind of back then used a duo as a production team as well, and Steve Thompson and Michael Barbiero.
Yeah, yes, we did.
Okay, and same kind of thing with them. Each one brought something different. I know Michael.
Yeah, Michael was more the engineer.
Engineer, right?
He was more the producer. So they were a good duo as well.
Now, I know they mixed Appetite for Destruction, and I know they did, of course, a ton of other stuff, but I loved it that when I was looking into it, that they're the guys who mixed And Justice for All, which coincidentally had no bass in the album.
Yeah, that was kind of on purpose, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the story is like they were telling him to do that, even though I didn't even notice it as a kid. I loved that record and jammed it endlessly, but I didn't judge it till later where you know, there's all the talk about it, and really I didn't even notice that there wasn't any bass.
Yeah. Yeah, they mixed a lot of stuff after they did our record.
Yeah, Cinderella. I mean, there was Long Cold Winter, and then I know they even got into pop and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. No, they during that time they were doing lots of stuff.
Any memories stand out from working with them?
I used to enjoy when we'd go up to Bearsville, and make because we made 3 records up there with those guys.
Right.
And I used to enjoy just sitting around the table when we'd have our dinner break together, and Michael Barbiero used to tell us, his stories about life and stuff. And, when you were a young kid, it was pretty cool. I thought Michael Barbiero, I still do. I think, he's a really good human being.
And you still keep in touch with them?
Yeah. We see him from time to time.
Did you ask him to work on an album later, or one of the later releases?
We tried to get together with Steve Thompson to do an album a few years back, but it just never came to fruition. Okay,
because they don't really work together anymore, right?
No, they don't.
Steve even went on I think he did Korn's Follow the Leader. And
yeah, Steve's done a bunch of stuff.
It said he was mentored by David Geffen and Clive Davis in the early days.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you compare them to like other producers that you've worked with?
All the producers we worked with were great at what they did. So, I mean, obviously they did those first 3 classic Tesla records. So, I mean, they're great.
You keep in touch with Tom Zutaut?
Now and again. Sometimes more than others, but lately, the last year and 2, I haven't heard from him very much.
Yeah, he's, I think, selling cars nowadays. I actually reached out to him and saw that there was a phone number. I called him, and he's like, hello? And I was like, oh, shit, I didn't even... I didn't think he was going to answer. And
did you talk to him?
I did, yeah, but it didn't sound like he was interested. I said that... he's like, well, send me your stuff. And so I sent him some stuff. But yeah, I never heard back. And then I kind of hit him up one more time, just said, hey, just checking in, and didn't hear anything. So I just thought, I don't like to fuck with people. So I just left him alone at that point.
Yeah.
That's wild. He's not even in the music industry at all. And I know in your book, you said that he came back in the picture later with Tesla briefly, and then you took over.
Yeah. He's an interesting guy.
It sounds like he was pretty crucial in getting Tesla to be successful. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And what is...
I love him. He's like a brother, but, sometimes he gets on my nerves.
How so?
It's not important.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's very crucial to Tesla's success. Just sometimes, our relationship always is kind of on again, off again. And I'm sure I'll hear from him again.
Yeah.
Right now we're not really, speaking.
And is that based on when he stopped managing the band, or is that after?
No. We've been through that. After I fired him, we were together hanging out 2 months later again. He's like I say, he's like a brother. Sometimes he gets on my nerves.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure I get on his nerves too.
And I know he was crucial in Guns N' Roses, where Geffen wanted to pull them off the road after they sold a couple of 100,000 after 8 months or whatever it was, a long time that the record had been out and it didn't really take off yet. And I know he was crucial in just continually badgering the label to keep them out and don't put them back in the studio. And then the record, of course, the rest is history. But it said that on the Great Radio controversy that I think you said in the book, how the record had stalled a bit, sold a few 100,000 copies and then kind of stalled. And then he was the one that really was pushing for Love Song.
Yeah. He really went to bat for the song at the label, which is funny because I talk about in the book how Cliff Burnstein and Peter Mensch and Tom Zutaut didn't want to put Love Song on the album. They said it wasn't a song. But when push came to shove, Tom went to bat, as well as Cliff and Peter. So it's just funny how things work out in life.
Now, you say in your book that the 5-man acoustical jam is the biggest selling, and it says 3 million, but is that 3 million worldwide?
No, it's 3 million.
In the States?
Yeah, you got to remember they didn't have SoundScan back then.
I gotcha. So that's why they just have it certified as platinum?
Yeah. They hadn't started SoundScan yet, so all the numbers before SoundScan, it's just what they go off the SoundScan numbers now. But hey, I got another one I got to do here real quick. So you got one more question?
Oh, no, I think we're good. I had several others, but it's cool. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, because I got one at 1:30 and 2 o'clock.
Okay, man. Cool.
Okay. All right, buddy.
All right, man.
Take care.
Later.
Uh-huh.